Hello, and welcome to One Story channel. Today, we are sharing Craig Hamilton Parker's latest reflections, a profound spiritual revelation. This time, the theme is more personal and introspective, truth. Craig takes us on a more intimate spiritual conversation, leading us through a journey of self-reflection and awakening. October has brought with it a special kind of spiritual energy, one that is closely tied to the cycles of nature and the planets. As the season gradually shifts from summer to autumn, the energy also changes, and the movement of the planets influences the transformations in our lives. Craig begins by saying, "Our lives follow cycles, just like nature. The seasons change, energy flows, and all these changes are inevitable. These shifts remind us to take a moment and reflect on our lives, to ask ourselves, are we living in truth?" Craig continues by drawing the audience into the metaphors found in nature. He paints a vivid picture: leaves begin to fall from the branches, and the coolness of early autumn fills the air. As the seasons shift, nature displays its wonders. The falling leaves don't signify death but rather the start of new growth. The falling leaves symbolize the beauty of letting go, Craig says. The trees shed their masks, revealing their true forms. This is something we should do in life as well: remove the masks we wear due to societal expectations or a lost sense of self, and return to our most authentic selves. Craig encourages his audience to reflect on themselves during this time. How many of our actions are not truly coming from our authentic selves? How many times have we given in to societal pressure or hidden our true selves for fear of being judged by others? The falling leaves not only symbolize an end but also a new beginning. As the leaves descend, the mosses and fungi begin to flourish on the forest floor, representing rebirth and hidden growth. Nature teaches us that after letting go, new opportunities will arise. Craig then turns to the core spiritual concept of Satya, truth. Satya, he explains, is more than just honesty. It is about aligning with our inner, authentic selves and living truthfully. Satya demands more than simply not lying, Craig elaborates. It requires us to live in a way that aligns with our innermost truths. This means our actions, words, and intentions must align with our highest values. He references Indian yoga philosophy, explaining the concepts of yamas and niyamas, the ethical principles that guide behavior in life. Among these principles, Satya stands as one of the most fundamental, urging individuals to live with integrity and honesty in all aspects of life. Craig also mentions the Hindu festival of Diwali, a celebration that symbolizes the triumph of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and truth over falsehood. This festival serves as a reminder to light the inner lamps of our soul, dispel the darkness within, and embrace the light of wisdom. Craig elaborates on the special energy that October brings. He points out that as autumn arrives, nature undergoes significant transformations. However, this shift is not only seen in the external world but also resonates deep within us. October marks a natural transition from the warmth of summer to the cool embrace of autumn, he says. This month is a time for reflection, for letting go, and for recalibrating ourselves. The energy of October encourages us to remove the masks we wear due to fear, societal expectations, or the need to please others. Do we have the courage to face our true selves? Craigus. He urges everyone to examine every part of their life, to see where fear may have caused them to live inauthentically. Just as trees shed their leaves in the fall, we, too, need to let go of the masks that limit our growth and hold us back from becoming our true selves. However, Craig acknowledges that truth is not always easy to accept. He points out that truth often makes us uncomfortable and even fearful because it threatens the illusions and misconceptions we have built over time. We often rely on these illusions to maintain our sense of security in the world, and the arrival of truth can shake the foundations of those long-held beliefs. When we approach truth, our first reaction is often fear, Craig explains. Truth threatens our illusions, our misunderstandings, and even the self-image we have built. Truth is unsettling because it forces us to reassess our belief systems and shatter the safe world we've created in our minds. Craig uses a powerful metaphor to describe truth. Truth is like a sword, forged in the fire and hammered on the anvil, ultimately used to cut through ignorance and illusion. This sword is not only used in battles with the external world but also in our inner struggles, against the ignorance within ourselves. However, Craig also emphasizes that this sword of truth must be wielded with love. Truth must be guided by love because love is the ultimate truth. Throughout his speech, Craig repeatedly emphasizes that truth and love are inseparable. He explains that all the great spiritual teachers, like Buddha, Jesus, and John Lennon, arrived at the same conclusion: love is the answer. No matter the question, love is always the answer, Craig says. When we ask, what is the meaning of life? The answer is love. When we ask, what is God? The answer is love. And the only way to love is through truth. He recalls the words of Buddha, who said the only difference between himself and others is that he is awake. When we find truth, Craig says, we must have the courage to live by it, even if it challenges our beliefs or causes discomfort. Craig encourages his audience to incorporate truth into their daily lives. He suggests small, practical exercises of truthfulness in everyday interactions, whether in conversations with friends or moments of self-reflection. He admits that, as a public figure, there are times when he must share truths that may not be popular with his audience. However, he believes that truth cannot be cancelled, even if it is uncomfortable. As Craig's message draws to a close, he gently reminds his audience that October is a time filled with spiritual energy, a time for reflection, letting go, and returning to our authentic selves. He encourages everyone to embrace truth courageously during this month, to let go of fear, and to become the purest, truest version of themselves. With truth comes awakening, and through this awakening, each person can find the true light within. This light will bring us joy, peace, and ultimately, the freedom we seek. Thank you for watching, and we invite you to follow our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on more spiritual insights and story sharing. Together, let us continue to explore spiritual knowledge and walk the path of inner awakening.